Okay, this is what if Naruto. Sorry about that, but what if Naruto was killed in the Valley of the End, part zero of a new series that just started? And sorry for the no intro. I have gotten the intro set up, so I ain't gonna display it just yet. I'm gonna display it on probably the second series of this, like part two of this, because I just have to edit a few more things out of it. But this is what if Naruto was killed in the Valley of the End, part zero. Sorry for the repeat, but some people disappear when this happens, so this takes place in the Valley of the End. As Naruto tells Sasuke to stop this. You really believe Orochimaru will give you the power? All he wants to do is take your body, Naruto says. As Sasuke says, shut up, Naruto. You thin hammer. Is also another way of saying an object that can't really do its job properly. That's what he's calling Naruto, if you ever wondered. I gained this power to kill my brother, Itachi, for killing the Uchiha clan. Blood can only be paid by blood. What Sasuke says. Sorry about that distraction up here on my screen while I was recording. So I will show you guys a quick picture of we're just gonna cut it right here. So this is crazy, but let's get back into this. Naruto said I will stop you, and the battle lasted for 30 minutes, with Naruto laying on the water, sinking. That's what it says. You will never understand having your older brother murder your clan and parents, while I was watching my mother and father die. So how will you know? Is what Sasuke said. Naruto. I was hated by the whole village, but I came to understand their pain and sorrow. Sasuke, don't let anger control you. Go back to the village and find the truth about the Uchiha massacre. And with Naruto says those words, he closes his eyes and enters his mindscape to find Kurama, yelling at him. Why did you stop your attack? You could have stopped him, Naruto, is what Kurama said. I know, but he deserves to know the truth. Kurama, I release you from the seal. You no longer has to be with me on my dying moments. As we cut to the shinobis that was supposed to be helping Naruto fight and bring back Sasuke, just noticed that there's a huge chakra spike, and it was only a few minutes away, more like 30 minutes, like I said, maybe 35. Yeah, let's go with 35. So they arrived as Sasuke left, like 5 minutes before they even came. He left to go find the truth about what happened with the Uchiha massacre. We're gonna get back to that side later. But as they see, well, as Kakashi see Naruto sinking into the water, he quickly picks up Naruto to check his condition, and he sees that there's multiple holes on Naruto's body from the fight they had. He was burned in some areas with Amaterasu, I believe, the black flames that never extinguished, which was extinguished. I ain't gonna get into details of that, but he was generally on his dying, like, last breath. He was basically just gonna die. So Kakashi and the other members rushed back to the village, Konoha. Not Konan, but Konoha. as they arrive, with Sakura waiting at the entrance of the village for Naruto, as she sees Naruto in a critical condition, and Kakashi completely rushed past her to quickly go to the hospital. And as he does that, he lay Naruto down on a bed in the hospital as everyone from the medic department quickly heads to Naruto's room, which is, I'm going to say, room 7, because of Team 7, but it doesn't matter, it's just an emergency room prepared for critical condition. As this was all happening, Kakashi was also rushing back to the Hokage Tower, where, yes, it was rebuilt after pain, because these events kind of happen right after the pain. That's what I'm going to make it at in this storyline of mine. So, yes, the whole village was restored with the help of Naruto's shadow clones. So, pretty good, you could say. He was looking better than before. But as Kakashi told her the news about Naruto, she quickly rushed back to the hospital and she tried healing Naruto with all she has. Like, really, all of it. She tried giving him chakra, she did many ancient jutsus and numijutsus that she was currently capable of doing. So, as she kept doing it repeatedly, seeing if anything would work, the only thing it did was prevent Naruto from dying immediately. So it's basically just preventing him from dying right now. It will probably give him like 30 or maybe 5 more minutes. So as Naruto's, like, we don't have to put it like this. We're going to put it 50 minutes later, where Naruto's body is being carried at the hospital because he's going to die in 2 minutes now. She could no longer withstand it. Her chakra faded, and they just brought him outside. So the village can cheer him on since, well, basically hold a funeral for him. As Naruto's body was being carried into a place where he could be buried at, as everyone was still crying for him. It's a public view of the hero dying to the real villain that was hidden in, you could say, Crouching Tiger thing, and Hidden Dragon, as the dragon was swallowed by the Hidden Tiger, or Crouching Tiger, that's what they call it, I believe. So, as this happens, Naruto's body finally ignites with red chakra spewing everywhere. It's kind of like instead of being the rage chakra that Kurama still has, it's kind of a reddish, yellowish color, golden metallic color now. So, as this was happening, Naruto was just thinking about his last moments of everything he did and saying, this is a true act of a hero, and I am a real shinobi. So Naruto's basically not regretting his life, as it was horrible in some areas, but he always brought the bright side out of all of it. So he was confident in all of his abilities. But Naruto still didn't feel right because he failed his promise, but Sasuke just got too powerful after he killed Orochimaru. So, yeah, it did turn out he did kill Orochimaru. So we're just going to leave it like that, because we get into that side later on in the story. So, as the red metallic gold chakra circulates around Naruto, going through all his chakra veins, and fully just covering Naruto in it, outside and inside. As Kurama still tries to heal Naruto, but fails to do so. While this was all happening, Kurama, well, I want to say all happening. I say Kurama couldn't heal him even though he's the strongest Biju. So, since the seal, has to cool down when it So basically, the seal is right now is like 10 seconds left before Kurama is fully, you could say, extracted from the body from Naruto, like pushed out, kicked out, you could say. And as this goes on, Kurama's chakra just pops off Naruto, just jumps off his body onto the floor next to him and starts generating his body. You can see that the red tendrils start forming the tails going through 1 through 9. The first tail generating, you could say, his chakra cloak, and then the bones all the way up to like the fifth tails, and I believe it's just red and black now, and it starts to turn into a golden color. At 6 tails and at 8 tails, you can see the flesh starting to grow, and at 9 tails, you can see the 8 tail, yeah, his flesh and fur starts to grow, and 9 tails, he fully develops into the huge fox, but shortens his height and turns into a normal person with fox features, more like you could say a demi-human from. Yeah, we're just gonna say demi-human because I really can't find nothing in my memory that has those features I'm talking about. We can just say it looked like Baryon mode. The features that Naruto showed after using Baryon mode. So that's what we're gonna say he looks like for right now. And then we're gonna say that Kurama was angry at himself for not being able to heal Naruto. After all, despite being the strongest Biju. So he lets his brothers and sisters know that Naruto has passed away. I'm pretty sure you can already feel that, Kurama said. And around the world, each Biju is getting their chakra returned to them, and they are blessed with this man. So they quickly leave their Jinchurikis, because since they're no longer being sealed, well, a lot of them is, but we just gonna say they made a clone of themselves. They left some, like 1% of their chakra in each of their Jinchuriki and left and basically skedaddled. So since they basically just started rushing towards Konoha, the village hidden in the leaves. And with that happening, they arrived there to see Kurama crying for the first time ever since, Sage of Six Paths died, which was Hagoromo. As Kurama thinks back to how to revive Naruto, he thinks about it, what his father was saying about revival, the Edo Tensei thing. And instead of doing Edo Tensei, he does the better version of Edo Tensei. God Tensei, I'm going to name it. And he does the hand signs, with the final one being the clap as a white. Yes, go with white light shine. Well, a person fell from the sky, you could say, but he was covered in white. As he finally hit the ground, floating above it, like inches up, like 5 inches. You could say that the white light started transforming into spikes at his head and just floating with a black. Yeah, let's go with the black spears like staff, the one that Naruto and Sasuke meet during the 4th Great Shinobi War, I believe it's called, the 4th one. And during this time, the white light completely shattered, revealing an old middle-aged, let's go with old man with 2 Renegons. No, let's go. I misphrased everything, bro. With a Renegon in each eye, with 6 Tomoes in each one, with a ceremonial robe as his clothes, with truth-seeking orbs around him. We could say about 10 truth-seeking orbs. And everyone was shocked to see the literal god. Well, yeah, you could say the son of a goddess, the rabbit goddess. Son, Harumo, the god of shinobi, who blessed everyone with like chakra. As he talks to Kurama in public, not like mentally, because then everybody already hates Kurama. So as Kurama starts telling his father, can he revive Naruto? He tries, because he never seen the Nine Tails cry like that ever since he died. So he thought that if I revive him, Naruto, well, Kurama, will most likely just, poof, being sealed or being used for war again, since it takes time for him to fully resurrect. But even the Sage of Six Paths Chakra that could revive anything cannot revive Naruto. Naruto is just resisting it. His body is just resisting the Sage of Six Paths Chakra. He doesn't want to be revived in any way. Even if Madara was there trying to do Edo Tensei on him, it won't work. So, as this all happens, the tailed beast finally arrived and sensed another presence coming from the village. And they already know who that is, because the chakra, basically Shikaku says, this chakra seems really familiar, like I've seen it for millennia. And then he finally clicked and said, father, because Shikaku was the hard-headed one, so he usually just ran away from his father sometimes. When Kurama would beat him up, well, when he tried to beat up Kurama, but it always filled with him getting a spank on his head with his father's staff. But since his death, Shikaku really changed. So did Son Goku. So they all rushed back to the village where their father is, and he also talked to their father about can they revive Naruto. But he already assumed the situation that they're in, or what Naruto is in, and they all start crying for Naruto too, because no human has ever asked to be friends with a Biju before. Clearing their rage was just the easy part. But now filling up their hearts again was going to be the hard part. So, as everybody was really sad that not even the Sage of Six Paths could revive him, Sage of Six Paths looked behind him to see the village and other villages, basically. No, let's just say the village hidden the leaves, Konoha, all of them was there. Even the ones that mistreated Naruto was crying because they didn't want to get clapped, basically. Like I'm saying, like, they didn't want to die by the Sage of Six Paths. The god of Shinobi, who thought everything fair and for peace. But to his enemies, he was merciless. You could say that they were literally going against the god, so there's no way to win. But ever since Naruto saved the village multiple times to prove his worth, they finally learned their lesson and see Naruto as a true person instead of the Kyuubi. So, as Kurama says, can I go where Naruto is going? And Kaguramo says, are you sure? He's going to reincarnate in a different world. And Kurama says yes, and also the other Bijus tag along as well, because they don't want to leave Naruto that early. And boom, that is exactly what happens. Naruto is being reincarnated with the Sage of Six Paths power, with the Nine Tails, and every other Biju, including, let's give him that. He has got a type of, let's give him the Sharingan, an easy starting point for his new life. The Sharingan, and he went through Naruto's past to see what Naruto's body his soul will most likely be able to handle, and finds and basically build his perfect body. It has to be according to what his soul needs, because you can't just give the same, no, a different body to the same soul. It will basically just not work. As with the Edo Tensei, you know why Orochimaru needed the Hokage's bodies to be found to summon them? It's just like that. You can't really summon or control them if you don't have their appropriate bodies, and you also need their souls. So yeah, things like that do happen. So now we begin. Yeah, we basically begin with Naruto being reincarnated into the world of. I don't know if any of you guessed it because this is kind of my new series, but we're gonna put him in a random world. Let me think. Alright, we got it. We're gonna put him into what if I was reincarnated as a slime? But this time, instead of doing him as a slime, well, like a high slime, we're gonna do him as a. Yep, you know what? Scratch that. We're gonna do a slime. But this time, the slime will not be blue. It's gonna be a golden slime. Let's put it as that. So that basically just explains how Naruto was reincarnated into this world. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And also I'll be showing you what type of Sharingan he has in the next series. So see you guys later. And please subscribe to this channel. I'll be releasing more content every day now, since school is over for me. And I guess this will be ours. See you later. So, bye guys.